I'm done making fear and hunger videos. I apologize to all the people who subscribe to watch hunger videos, but check out my other content. Alright, let me get into this shit. I feel like doing a UFC intro this time. It's time! Today we will be rating the top 10 bosses in Fear and Hunger 2 Termina. In my humble opinion, which ain't really humble. I'm right, you're wrong, argue with our wall. Starting off with number 10 on the list, the Woodsman. We all know him, we all hate him. It's still crazy to me, the fact that this could be the first fucking enemy encounter that you experience in this game. Just a nigga with his meat out. Yes, he's a boss, he's an actual boss. This game classifies him as a boss. I have no idea why. Fun fact, the design for this boss was actually inspired by popular YouTuber Moist Critical. Another fun fact, I just gaslight the absolute fuck out of you and I am lying. Woodsman uses the axe and the penis attack, both of which you don't want to get hit by. Axe will dismember you, penis attack will stun you and make it so that you could no longer attack him. So you're going to want to avoid his coin flip attack. Coming in at number 9, we have the Mob. What can I even say about this boss? This boss is basically just 3 niggas showing up to fuck you up. You see that thing in the middle one's hand? That is called the meat grinder. It is the strongest weapon in the game. You know the game crazy when the boss is holding the strongest weapon in the game. If you let that thing touch you, you will die. You have to fight all 3 of them at the same time. This boss is actually not as hard as it making it out to be. Like, if you have experience or knowledge, this boss is free. Like, you just do some heroin before the fight, pop some pep pills, and hey, the mob dead. But if you don't know, this could be an absolutely horrific encounter for you. And a truly humbling experience because they're strong as fuck. But other than the one with the meat grinder, the mob ain't really a threat, you know. They just have a rifleman and the enemy whose name I can't remember right now, and I'm not gonna Google it because I can't be asked. I'll call him Testicle Man, bro. Rifleman and Testicle Man. Both of them is fodder, I ain't even gonna lie to you. The one who is really a threat is Meat Grinder. Coming in at number 8, we have Big Perkel out here. This nigga pull up to the Termina festival in his finest feather coat. He out here looking absolutely maniacal, absolutely devious. He had the ability to drop a sun on your head or piece you up with a bunch of feathers. And for some reason, you know, he just show up to the fight without the pants on. That's just a reoccurring theme in this game. I gotta be real with you, bro. Everybody just can't keep the clothes on for some reason. Perkel ain't really, you know, a difficult fight, especially considering that to get to fight Perkel, you need to kill all the other contestants, meaning that you have all the other skills and abilities. So, like, I have no idea who this man think he was trying to fight. Like, nigga, you see me with Marco's skill. You see me with fucking first turn blood golem. Like, you are going to die. And I am going to laugh as you die. Next up on the list, we have Rur, the Moon God. You know, in typical RPG fashion, no matter what you play or who you're playing as, you could be playing as fucking a nigga in high school, you could be playing as an infant child. Inevitably, you'll end up fighting God, and that is exactly what Rur is. The trickster God, the literal fucking moon. I have no idea how our characters managed to beat the moon, but hey, it happens. And what moves does the moon use exactly? Well, he uses moon scorch for once, which I honestly fucking surprised though just one shot you and end the game. If this was OG Fear and Hunger, that shit would one shot you, end the game, corrupt your fucking file, uninstall it off of the fucking computer system. He could also use the all-seeing eye, which drops your mind. And he could also just, you know, rain down meteors on you. So, you know, enjoy that. Have fun with that fight. It's actually not that difficult. I actually beat him first try, not gonna lie. So, good luck fighting him. Next up on the list, we have the Centaur. The boss that is quite literally just a man fucking a horse. Miro, what were you smoking when you put this into the game? I do not know. We'll try that shit, low key. Anyways, the Centaur is an interesting boss because the boss is more like a quick little knowledge check. It's like, oh, do you know that I'm about to one-shot your entire party? No? Okay, then we about to have some fun. I'll just show you my first reaction to fighting this boss because, you know, it's perfectly fair and balanced. You survived my party. Stampede. Oh, what the fuck? What the long story short, if you run into the Centaur, what you want to do is destroy that leg because it can't use Stampede with only 3 legs. I had to learn that the hard way, as you obviously saw, but you know, it is what it is. Watch out for the Centaur. Next boss on the list is actually a fucking 2-for-1 special. That being the platoon and the bitch in the gimp suit. Miro, I ask again, what were you smoking when you put these things into the game? What inspired this design? I believe that the platoon is essentially an amalgamation of souls. It's like them enemies from Undertale, but you know, 10 times more fucked up. And it have a lady in a gimp suit to command it. Kill the lady and the platoon will stop acting. I honestly don't know how the platoon does fight if you keep the gimp suit lady alive, because I always just kill she, but hey, I left up to wonder. Platoon is a cool boss fight, you know, it can shoot shells at you to try to ram and bash you, things like that. But it's not a problematic boss. I don't think I ever lost to the platoon once. I want you to imagine every boss fight you ever play in an RPG. And I want you to sit down and think just how many of them had the dialogue on screen saying, X-Boss wants to take off their clothes. Father Hugo is next on the list. This interesting boss fight. He's a priest that have a bunch of magical abilities, and for some reason taking off his clothes allows him to teleport you to the nether realm, where he'll have a combat advantage. For the 3rd time, Miro, what we was smoking? Next boss on the list. Some call him Lagard. Some people call him the Kaiser. I'm pretty sure Pav calls him a bitch ass nigga. What can I say about the Kaiser, bro? I never really had much opinions on him, to be honest. You see him with the snake around his neck, magical abilities, spirit sword. He think he run this shit. He's still out here trying to change the world, even though the world ain't trying to change for him. His moves consist of the spirit sword slash. He can heal himself as a rarity. And overall, you know, he's just pretty cool. He's like Sephiroth. The Sephiroth we have at home now, you know. Another cool boss on the list is the Heartless one. Fun fact, I have never fought this boss, but it's a bad bitch, you know, so we'll push she on the list. Apparently she's the hardest boss in the game. I wouldn't know. But from design, she look cool, I guess. She moveset looks cool. Apparently she's a real endurance fight. She had them stats to back it up now, you feel me? But other than triggering the monkey neuron inside of the fanbase's brain, what I could really say about the Heartless one? Nothing, because I'd fight the boss. But we got Ashley on the list. Who can't stop me? It's my list. Before I get into the final boss on the list, I must first ask you a question. What is it that makes us human? What separates man from machine? We both aim to achieve objectives. We both want to succeed. Alright, that's enough talking out of my ass. I'm within range at the 10-minute mark. Logic, the machine god. The boss that honestly looked like it inspired by one of the Martian characters from Adventure Time is our #1 boss on the list. It is a pretty cool fucking fight. And fun fact about this one particular boss fight, I believe this is the only boss fight in the game. If you were to let it go on, the boss will transform and get even stronger, revealing its final form. Logic's moves and ability consist of red arc and nuking the fucking screen if you don't kill him, you know, early enough. In the second phase, Logic had the hand of misery and the hand of fucking, what the fuck it called? In the second phase, Logic's moves consist of, I don't fucking know. I ain't ever make that boss fight last long enough to do that shit. Yo, I'm in a Discord. Come join this shit. It's still a work in progress, you know. We still need to get some shit set up. But hey, join the K Nation today.